And alternative fuel. A local university is working to produce another fuel choice for consumers that'll cost a lot less than gasoline.
Live from WXIA TV in Atlanta, you're watching The Evening News with Brenda Wood, Atlanta's first newscast in high definition.
Good evening and welcome to 11 Alive's Evening News. I'm Brenda Wood. We'll have those. In his State of the Union speech, President Bush once again reminded Americans of this country's addiction to foreign oil. He suggested we increase alternative fuels made from materials other than petroleum. 11 Alive's Mark Picard reports that in Georgia, the solution to the addiction could be no farther than our own backyards.
Do you think you can find pine trees in Georgia? Then you've found an alternative to gasoline.
We can certainly convert pine. We are doing this as a research team on the Georgia Tech campus.
Researchers at Georgia Tech are perfecting a method to break down pine chips into ethanol. It begins with extracting the sugars that are a part of the wood's chemistry.
Break down the sugars down to glucose. And once you have glucose, then you're in your regime of fermentation, fermenting the sugars to ethanol.
We know what problems we face with petroleum, the 3 Ps: pollution, price, and politics.
60% of the oil we use in this country we buy from foreign producers. The goal of the biofuel industry is to cut that number in half, which would mean that for the most part we could stop doing business with the countries that don't like us very much.
It's a popular idea.
I think it's time we do something about polluting, you know. There's too many of us driving.
It would reduce our dependency on imported oil, and it's good for the environment.
The biofuel wave is building.
As a wood chemist 5-6 years ago, no one was really interested in your resume. Nowadays, it has just redefined everything.
Biofuel from pine trees would energize rural Georgia, where they would be grown and processed. And it won't be long.
At the pump, I think you'll see within 2 years.
How do you say no thanks in oil? Mark Picard, 11 Alive News.
With the expected advancements in science, Dr. Ragauskas expects ethanol from pine trees to perform as well as gasoline, with the advantage of being a renewable resource at a cost of around $1.10 a gallon.